All right, here I am on the National Trail just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. I've been hiking got about 7 miles today. You can see the area east of Phoenix off in the distance there. And then a little bit between the mountains here, you can see Phoenix, but I'll get up to a higher spot in a little bit. And the full view of the city is just spectacular from up there. So now I'm sitting at about 2.5 weeks before my scheduled Appalachian Trail start date on the 26th of March, 2026. And I have to admit, I haven't gotten in as much hiking preparation in the last several weeks as I would have hoped, but I am practicing on some fairly steep up and down rocky hills and practicing with the full bag and the hiking poles and feeling pretty good. So temperature out here is probably about 80 or so right now. Down in the valley where the city is, it's probably 85 to 90. So when I finish, it's going to be hot. But for right now, the wind is kicking up off you can see the valley down here. Way off in the distance is the bottom. And of course the angle on the phone doesn't do it justice. But yeah, it feels good up here. Knees are feeling good, back's feeling good. All the areas I've had joint problems with in the last several years seem to be getting limbered up and accustomed to the trail. And I'm meeting some nice people too. That's the cool part about hiking, is the hiker community is always so cool and so genuine. I met a lady named Caitlin, who's a retired physical therapist in her 70s, or late 60s, I think she said. She's out here cranking out 10 miles just because she can. And then another lady from Germany, Astrid, lives in Prescott. She moved over here from Germany just to be able to be out here in this beautiful environment all the time. I thought Germany was pretty beautiful actually, but I guess she likes the desert, so it's just cool. And Astrid helped me film an out and back hike. Maybe I'll post that to this video or another one later on. You know, just like running into somebody and telling them about your plans, and to have them volunteer to be a part of that, even in a little way, is just really cool. So honestly, I'm looking forward to the hike and to migrating from small Appalachian town to another, and hitchhiking and preparing my own meals and all that fun stuff. But the thing I'm looking forward to most is meeting the people that I know are part of this community, the ones that I've met on trail, the ones that I've followed on social media for a while, trying to get their advice and understand from them how they prepare and how they schedule, you know, all the logistics and everything for supply. But it's more than the how, it's the who, and I really look forward to meeting the kind of person that just says, you know what, I'm gonna go off and have an adventure of any sort, right? It could be a hike. I just did a 2,000 mile motorcycle trip up into northern Arizona and into Utah, saw a few national parks, and that was an adventure for a week with a buddy of mine, Mike, who's kind enough to let me stay in his place here in Phoenix. But I just don't think in our society we don't prioritize adventure and exploration and travel as much as we should. We see these things as once or twice in a lifetime type opportunities that we have to save up for and you know, take time off work and convince our family that we're worth being away for a little while if we're going to go by ourselves, or find somebody else to participate. You know, like, I don't know anybody in my life right now who has the will, the ability, the resources, the fitness, or the desire to go spend 6 months living in the woods and traveling 2,200 miles along a trail in the rain and the dirt and the heat and the cold. And that's okay. I had to allow myself the opportunity for this to be a solo venture, and it is despite the fact I'm sure I'll meet dozens or hundreds of really cool people along the way. Like, this is for me. So, you know, I would just advise, if you're even remotely considering some kind of adventurous travel experience in your life or some type of exploration, whether it's out in the world or something educational or artistic or creative or musical, whatever, like, don't wait for anybody else to give you permission. Take the first step. The first mile is always going to be difficult. The first time you load up the bag is always going to be hard. The first time, as I learned to play violin last year, the first time you draw the bow across the strings, it's going to sound like shit. And then you just keep practicing and going and doing, and eventually it doesn't sound so bad. Eventually the miles don't hurt so bad, and you actually start to enjoy the experience of exploration. And it's funny, as I'm holding this phone up to record for more than a few minutes at a time, I start to realize just how tired my shoulders get. So maybe if I'm going to do some trail videos, I'm going to have to spend some time training up for that, or I'll have to get myself one of those, I don't know, a selfie stick or whatever they're using these days to do this kind of stuff. But yeah, this is an adventure. I have no idea where I'm going to be 6 months from now in life. As I've traveled now 6,000 miles all over the United States, I've seen some beautiful scenery, gone from Virginia to Illinois, down to Florida, across the south to Texas, up to Colorado, into Utah, and now down in Arizona, New Mexico. Our country is beautiful. It's amazing. Get out and see it if you have the chance. But I suppose at some point I have to choose a place to live, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. They're all impressive in their own way. And my family's back in Virginia, so, you know, you want to be close to your kids. But yeah, it's a decision that I'm going to have to think about a lot on my 6-month time on trail, and we'll see what comes of it. I'm optimistic, though. I know something good is going to come out of all of this. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and finish up another 3.5 miles or so, and I skipped breakfast today, so I'm going to get something to eat and relax and rest, and maybe sit in my buddy's hot tub tonight and reflect on just the amazing beauty of Arizona. Just fantastic. All right, until next time, peace.